A very good evening, everybody, and a warm welcome to all of you. Today, I, Gurpreet Kaur, on behalf of Lovely Professional University and Research Culture Society and Scientific Research Association, and the organization committee, Dr. C.M. Patel, Director, Research Culture Society, Dr. Jessica, Founder, Scientific Research Association, Ms. Jaya Chetwani, Counselor and Speaker Educator, Pune, India, Dr. Chetna Sinha, Assistant Professor, School of Humanities, KIT University, Bhubaneswar. Welcome to all on the national level personal development program on achieving excellence through self-awareness and beat your life skill. So this is a short personality development program. On this national level program, this program launches to gain core knowledge about life skills for students and interested citizens. Such skill may enhance the performance and productivity leading towards success. But at the same time, one may feel a deep sense of discontent while at the peak of their career. It would not be out of place to admit here that true satisfaction comes only through self awareness and the art to live a life of harmony. Corporate today strives toward achieving harmony amidst tough life work balance. But the question is how academia is coping up in the dynamic and fast changing teaching learning environment amidst the hustle and bustle of performing and meeting the deadlines. Many times, and academicians feel a deep sense of discontent and a work life crisis. Here comes the value of life skills, which encapsulate in itself the concept of self awareness, leading to the social, personal, intellectual, and emotional skills, thus preparing learners for meaningful and successful living in today's globalized context. Life skills do the work of combining all these components in accurate share into the skills and shaping them into competency. So in this program, basically you will learn about the communication, adaptability and attitude, critical and creative thinking, emotional quotient, interpersonal and impersonal relationship, argumentation and negotiation skills, networking skills, decision making, managing ethics, and conflicting behaviors. So you can join the same link for all 5 days. And now I will request you to run a small video on Research Culture Society. Please, sir.
Warm greetings to all. Research Culture Society is a government-registered international scientific research organization. Society is working for the research community at national and international level to impart quality and non-profitable services. Our members are scholarly educationists from various universities and institutes of repute. Here the faculties, research scholars, and students interested in the area of research are given guidance and support in how their work can support to the betterment of our present and future generations. Research Culture Society is conducting conferences, seminars, symposiums, workshops, training and development programs on different themes. Society has organized 100 plus educational programs successfully at national and international level in association with different educational institutions, and also published selected research papers as general special issues and book proceedings. Educational institutions, colleges, universities are being welcomed for the association and memorandum of understanding, academic exchange, knowledge sharing, and collaboration to organize events with us. Scholarly professors, academicians, and researchers also being welcomed to join us as the speakers and trainers. Society is promoting and sponsoring educational events as well as publishing research work in collaboration. Society also offers membership. Here are the glimpses of International Conferences 2021. Here some of our past International Conferences 2020. And there are also glimpses of workshops, FDPs, and webinars. Society announces awards every year as RCS International Awards for academicians, researchers, professors, lecturers, teachers, doctoral students, tutors, practitioners, industry delegates, and citizens as individual category. And institutions, colleges, universities, higher education, corporate, firm, and industry sector as common category. Our MOUs, collaborators, and associate institutions, universities. The journal associated with Research Culture Society are referred, indexed with high impact factor. Society journals are publishing research papers, articles in all major fields and subjects related to sciences, health sciences, engineering, agriculture, pharmacy, commerce, management, social sciences, arts, humanities, education, law, and life skills. Journals provide publications and digital identification with nominal processing charge. Research Culture Society also provides print and online book publications with ISBN. Society invites book publication in all study subjects and categories. Thesis converted into books and conference proceedings publication are also available. We invite sponsorship and grants from the corporate, industries, institutions, and government organizations to support our educational programs. The society arranges special lectures on soft skills, communication skills, personality development, behavior improvement, etc., and arranges competitions on research in science and technology, general and technical knowledge in different institutions, colleges, universities, and schools. The society bestows Excellence and Achievement Awards as RCS International Awards and SRA Global Awards. For further inquiry, visit our website and also connect by email. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I welcome our resource person, Dr. Chetna Sena and Dr. Babita Tyagi for this program. First of all, I will give a brief introduction about our resource person, Dr. Chetna Sena, Assistant Professor, KIT University, Bhubaneswar, India. Dr. Chetna Sena is presently working as Assistant Professor in the School of Humanities in the KIT University, Bhubaneswar. She has an experience of over 15 years in teaching and training in English language, literature, communication, and soft skills at various levels. She is a PhD in English with Masters in ELT and Linguistics. She has also done her MBA in HRM. She is a certified soft skill and body language trainer from IIT Roorkee from NPTEL. She is also certified soft skill and personality development trainer from IIT Kanpur through NPTEL. She has completed UHV Level 1 certification from AICTE. She has conducted many workshops and training programs for the entry and middle level executives. Besides, she is a real life member of various professional bodies. She has edited several newsletters, research papers, and magazines. She has presented and published several research papers in national and international conferences and journals. And her topic of interest are soft skills and behavioral training, language, and literature. And her achievements and awards are: she is awarded at university level for securing first class, second position in merit in grades. Welcome, Dr. Chetna Sena. Please take a note and run this.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Very good evening to everyone. Can I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay. A very good evening to the participants. As the topic of the FDP goes, achieving excellence through self-awareness. So the topic is related basically to self-awareness. So today's session is about achieving harmony through great communication, adaptability, and attitude. Now, this achievement of harmony is related to our self-awareness to ourselves. So before we proceed, I would like to ask the participants if anybody can just share their views. On the screen that I'm sharing, there is one image that you can see. So what are your views on this image? What does it brings to your mind? Anyone can share their views. If you look at this image, what comes to your mind? Any participant?
Okay, Mr. Onkar Yadav, you can unmute and you can share your views.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, Nilam.
This is Onkar Yadav, and what I can see over in this picture is like all the categories which we should manage in our life and we should accept in our life. Many of the times, many of the people's any one they take or 3-4 they take, but the two which are necessary they doesn't take in means they doesn't activate in their life. These are the points which should be activate. We should activate in our life. If like work, health, care, friends, these four are the main which is accepted by the most of the people as well as family. But some people are the, like they will miss time. Some are like they will miss friends. But yet we have to like it's a thing where we can improve ourselves. And main thing means is it shows the community where what we should and Miss, what I want to say is these are the points which are used.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Any other view?
I would like to say,
Some,
hello, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Yes,
I
yes,
would
ma'am.
like to say that health, work, friends, career, time, family. These are, very 6 important factors of life, and a perfect balance has to be maintained among
Okay.
all this to, feel very contented, happy, and successful in life.
Okay. Very good, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Yeah. Anyone else is interested? Okay. I think,
Hello.
yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Actually, you have asked like what it comes to my mind when I see this picture. When I saw this, it comes to mind the direction. No, that in the roadside we find the direction, and
Okay.
when I read the wordings, it only gives me a picture where the investment that the investment we do in the points, like the more time we spend in work, the direction our life goes. Like suppose we invest more time in the family, then that is like how our life will be directed to us. That is how it came to my mind, man.
Okay. Great, great, great. That was great. Okay. So now considering the views that are coming, your views are very near to what was in my mind and what is related to today's topic also. If you consider the word harmony, what is the word harmony? Harmony, when we say harmony, the word that comes to our mind is like related to music, some kind of music we say. Okay, so now when I say music, can you think that this pole that is there, if that is a cord, and all the wires are pulling in different directions, like your work, your career, your family, time, friend, health, all need your attention and all are trying to draw your attention, right? So if all the wires, if all the cords will go in different direction, if the cords will go in different directions, what can happen? There will be disharmony. That disharmony may lead to stress in your life, which can affect your performance. So that is how our topic is related, where we have to achieve excellence through our self-awareness. And that self-awareness, the first step is to bringing harmony in your life. Okay, so how that harmony is getting affected? Because as a person, as an individual in your life, you are being dragged, you are being pulled by your work, by your career, by your family. The family needs attention. You have a social life, you have friends, you have health. Then you have your work, you have your professional commitments are there. So lot many things are there. And like as ma'am said, we have to strike a balance between all of them. And while we try to strike a balance between them, these things pull us apart. And this leads to a disharmony in our life. So today we are going to understand what is harmony and how we can achieve this harmony in our lives so that our performance is better. Okay. Now, all these things, maybe your family, your health, your professional commitments, all of these things are related somewhere down to one very important aspect, and that is change. That is a very common phenomenon in your workplace. There will be changes, and these changes may be pleasant to you, may not be pleasant to you. Okay, you may think that some of the changes are good, so you'll be happy with those changes. And then there are some changes which you don't like. You don't want to come out of your comfort zone. So what happens? Those are the unpleasant changes. So these unpleasant changes, they bring stress to your life, okay, and that affects the harmony. So what is harmony? How do you define harmony? Anybody? How do you define the word harmony? When you have to achieve harmony, the first thing is, what is harmony? Anyone? Yes?
Hello, madam.
Yes, madam.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
To getting it is wholesome development of a personality is called as a harmony, as per my knowledge.
Okay. Okay. Any other idea?
We can say synchronization of all the elements of life.
Yes, ma'am. Synchronization. Right. Right. Anyone else who has a different idea? Anybody who has an interest in music? Anyone in the group who has an interest in music, how do you define harmony? See, in this slide, you can see when we go by the literal meaning of the word harmony, we say agreement, concord. Agreement or concord. That is the literal meaning, the word meaning of the word. But when we go by musical perspective, it is a combination of simultaneously sounded musical notes that is produced. Okay, it produces a pleasant or pleasing effect. But in this topic, in this discussion where I'm using the word harmony, we mean to say a peaceful coexistence. Peaceful coexistence of a person or an individual. This peaceful coexistence is harmony when first you have to have this coexistence with yourself, then with your surrounding. Okay, now what we do, we try to establish or find this harmony everywhere else in our surrounding rather than in ourselves. So the topic says that this harmony, this peaceful coexistence, you have to first find within yourself. You have to establish that harmony with yourself, then with others. So it is harmony here is how to attain harmony. That means how to peacefully coexist with yourself, how to accept yourself, know yourself. And then there is a state of consistency. That means once you have attained this harmony, it should be consistent. Yani today you are very, the situation is good, so you are very happy. Tomorrow and you decided that I will stay in harmony to myself. Tomorrow what happens, there is something unpleasant, something good, something bad has happened. Maybe your day at work was not good or any problem has come and that harmony has gone. And now you are very angry. Angry to who? Angry to yourself. Because we can't be angry to others. We are angry at ourselves, which can lead to lots of problems and affect our performances. So there has to be a state of consistency, uniformity with this harmony, which strikes the perfect balance in your work life and in your family life. Okay, so how will you attain this harmony? First thing you have to know, who are you, who are your colleagues, and what is the work that you do. Who are you? If I ask you a question, who are you? How are you going to answer? Anyone in the group? Please tell me if a question comes to you, who are you? How would you tell? How will you answer? Forget about your name and your designation. We are not asking who are you is not about your name and your designation or your affiliation. Who are you? As a person, how would you describe yourself? Who are you? Anyone in the group? A simple, happy person. I can see forms. Okay. A simple, happy person. Somebody has written. Sanmukh Priya has written a simple, happy person. Somebody then Kapagam sir has written independent woman, stress-free person, positive attitude. Yes.
Honest lady.
Honest lady. Good human being. So I can see like you are writing happy person, independent, stress-free, positive, good human being, jolly, honest, happy soul with positive attitude, purposeful living. So many answers are coming. So how much pressure is on us? We have put on ourselves. Think of yourself as someone else. And then think how much expectation you have from yourself. Fulfilled human being. Okay. So this is how you all see yourself. Stress-free, happy, honest, positive attitude, purposeful, jolly. These are all the things that you are discussing here. So this is how you see yourself. Always want to be successful, prosperous, okay? So this is how we pressurize ourselves, and this leads to disharmony in life, because we have so much expectations from ourselves. We put so much expectation on ourselves as to who we are. Now see, you are an individual with unique behavioral patterns. First thing you have to understand that if I say who you are an individual with cognition and emotion. That means when we talk about, say for example, I talk about myself, who I am. I may be truthful, I may be happy, I may be honest, I may be content, I may want to become very successful in life, I may want to earn lots of money in my life. There can be different purposes of my life, or I think it is there in my life. But when I say who am I, actually that is my cognitive and emotional, both aspects together, reveal my personality traits. Okay. Now the cognitive part is related to our expertise, our skills, our knowledge, and the emotion leads to our behavioral patterns. So as an individual, we are made up of two things, cognition and emotion. And then when you have to describe yourself, how would you say who you are? Who you are? Honesty, truthfulness, happiness, these are the innate qualities of human being. Every human being is born with these qualities. You will agree to me that a child or a human child born is full of love, affection, kindness, all type of good emotions are there. Yes. Yes.
To be honest and real person, to be good to everyone. That is how I look into the particular work.
This is, to be honest, to be good to everyone. This is your expectation from yourself, or you think you are like this? You are honest. You are good to everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is
I
how
would
you
like.
see yourself.
Yeah. Helpful,
Okay.
always helpful, helping hand to everybody.
Always helpful. Okay. So that is your basic quality, behavioral pattern. Who you are is basically what are your behavioral pattern. Like you said, helping to others. Okay. So that is your description. That is your primary behavior. When we talk about our behavioral patterns, that is related to our innate first quality. Every individual has different qualities, so you have to understand, you have to recognize that quality, because we are talking about self-awareness. Who I am is a combination of my cognitive and emotional sides, which are my behavioral pattern. How do I behave? Like ma'am said, I am very helpful. Now this, there should be consistency in this behavior, whether you are happy or you are not happy, whether you are angry in some situation, whether you are stressed, then also you are helping. That has to be again understood, because you see, I talked about coexistence plus consistency. Yes ma'am, can you tell me, if you're very stressed and somebody needs your help, for example, you are a teacher and you are very disturbed a particular day, and your student comes for asking you to give him or her some extra marks because he or she feels they deserve it. So, do you get angry or do you help the student? In normal situation, we help, but if you are very stressed out, what do you do? If you still help the student, even if you are very stressed out, then that is your behavioral pattern. That has to be understood. Coexistence plus consistency. Okay, so when next time somebody asks who you are, I am good, I am truthful, I am honest, these are the innate quality of every human being. That has to be there. The problem is if it is not there. So think about your behavioral pattern, your cognitive and your emotional aspects, and then that forms your personality trait. So you have to describe yourself based on that. Next is, who are your colleagues? Next is, who are your colleagues? Obviously, your colleagues will be your teammates who are working in the same profile, or are your seniors or juniors. But then we have to understand, we all come from different backgrounds. So we have different personalities. Like who you are, your colleague may not be the same person. Their behavioral pattern may be different. But all of us have to work together to actualize the vision of our university or any organization that you're working in. Okay, and the third question of harmony is the work that you do, because any work that you do in an organization has to be a teamwork, because you and your colleagues will be doing together. So now it may be planning, organizing, supervising, evaluating, anything, any work that you are doing. These three aspects will tell whether there is harmony or there is no harmony. And that is important for the success of an organization. So you can see the chart that image that I'm sharing, that there is a tripod. In harmony, there is a tripod about who you are, who your colleagues, because we are talking about workplace, so colleagues. But if I talk about your family members ho sakte hain. If we talk about social situations, it can be your social gathering, your circle. So you, your colleagues, and the work that you are doing, that is your assignments, the assignments that you are doing. So these are the tripod in your life, and you have to balance these three at the workplace. You have to balance these three. You have to manage your own behavioral patterns. You have to understand the differences and disagreements with your colleagues, and then you have to work as a team for your assignments. And then only you can achieve harmony. So what happens if these three things are, any of these three are not working properly, are not in harmony, there will be disharmony. And this disharmony may be cruelty, deceit, avarice, it can be disloyalty, hatred, anything, gossip, a simple gossip about somebody which may be distasteful in any organization. These can lead to disharmony, and which ultimately leads to the failure of the organization as a whole. So we have to understand that this harmony has to be maintained at all costs for the success of the work or the organization that you are into. And this harmony first has to be maintained within us. अपने अंदर we have to find this harmony with ourselves. Okay, so and three great ways that you can achieve this harmony with yourself is with great communication, adaptability, and attitude. Okay, now when we talk about communication, I will not talk to you about like grammar. Your grammar should be good, your pronunciation should be good, your writing. No, we are not talking about listening, speaking, reading, and writing. We are talking about how your communication brings harmony in your life, brings harmony with yourself. So what we need to do, we need to first empathize with others, empathy, having an open door policy, okay? Refraining from gossips, respecting diversities, okay? Encouraging others can bring harmony. These are certain things that we can do. What we can do at best is that with our co-workers, rather than thinking that they are not good or their way of working is different, we can recognize their strength. If my co-worker is overloaded with work, I can help them by sharing some load rather than criticizing them and waiting to see them failing. Okay? What I can do, I can go and communicate. I can ask if they need any help. And when I myself need a help, I can request, I can seek for help. We fail here. When we are overburdened and we want help, we do not communicate. We do not ask for help. Okay? And when we do not ask for help, again, what happens? We do not, since we are not asking for help, we are not getting it, we are not offering help. So there our communication fails. So as a great communicator, when you need help, you will not be shy to ask for help. And when somebody is in need, you will not be hesitant to go and ask and offer for help. Second thing is gossiping. Any kind of distasteful talk. If we, the theory goes, if you can't beat them, join them. Again, this is wrong. We have to be careful that anything that is wrong, and if we cannot compete we cannot confront that, we should not join them. So these are certain aspects which we can maintain in our life, and which can lead to a healthy teamwork and bring harmony in our lives. Next is adaptability. Adaptability is related to how we adopt or accept the changes, how we alter ourselves to the altering circumstances. If there is an altering circumstances, because we cannot control external factors, so what we need to do is that we need to change ourselves. That is adaptability. Best example is like when summer comes, you wear cotton clothes, and when winter approaches, we shift to woolen ones. So we cannot control the external circumstances, so we alter our own behavior. That is what adaptability is. Okay, here there is I'll narrate a film story you might be knowing about Chalotika Bridge. Anybody who is aware about the story of Chalutika Bridge, the bridge that leads to nowhere? Yes? Anyone? Are you aware of this story of Chalutika Bridge? So I will play this video. So very small video. Just is it audible? Built in Central America. This bridge was built in around 1996-98, and this was one of the strongest bridge. And it was made with the view that no cyclone, none of the weather conditions, anything cannot affect that. It is so strong. And the build was very, according to the latest technology. And then there was a very strong hurricane which destroyed the whole region. Everything was badly damaged, but the only thing that was not damaged was the Chalutika Bridge. So the bridge survived as per the promise of the engineers and the builders, that it was very, very strong. But unfortunately, the effect of that hurricane was such that the river changed its direction. The river changed its direction, and the bridge was no longer meaningful. It was of no use since the river has already changed its flow and direction. So this bridge did not took people to anywhere. So it is also known as the bridge that doesn't take, the bridge that takes nowhere. So Chalutika Bridge is the best example of lack of adaptability. It was very strong, very rigid, very firm, and it did not change with time. So what happens? It has become redundant. It is of no use today. Though it is very strong, it is an example of the engineering and technology that has been used there, but it is of no use. Why? Because it cannot adapt to the changing situation. So it is often said, don't be like a Chalutika Bridge. Adapt yourself to the changing circumstances, alter yourself to the changing circumstances, and then only you can bring harmony in your life. Okay, you can watch this video through the link. It is a very interesting story and a very real one. Now, we will do a short activity about attitude and quickly wind up. All of you, please listen to me carefully. We'll do one activity. How smart is your right foot? I will request everyone, use your right foot and try to make a circle clockwise. Use your right foot and try to make a circle clockwise. A big circle, fast, clockwise. I hope everybody is doing. That is how aware you are of yourself. I am telling you, use your right foot and draw a circle with your toe clockwise. Now, at the same time, simultaneously, that you are moving your toe to make a circle clockwise, with your right hand, make a 6 in air. Make a 6 in air with your right hand. Do this simultaneously. Like this. You have to make a 6. While you are moving your foot to make a circle, you are moving your hand in the air to make a 6. Now note your foot. Note your foot. What is it doing? Is it still moving clockwise or it has started moving anti-clockwise? Anyone? Did you notice? Yeah, it changed its direction, right? So, what is the point here? While you are very conscious of yourself, that you understand yourself, you are following the direction that is being given and you are making a circle. But the moment the situation changes, you have to make a 6 also. Your foot starts moving anti-clockwise. Dr. Ajha is writing, still moving in the same direction. That means you are in great control to yourself. That's great. But in, I guess, more than 75% cases, the foot starts moving anti-clockwise. That is what is the difference between thinking that you know yourself, you understand yourself, and you actually understand yourself. Okay? So first you have to understand yourself, then only you can understand others. So my point is, first try to establish harmony with yourself, and then look for that harmony outside in your surrounding with others, and then appreciate the difference. That is what attitude is about. One more activity related to attitude. If you can see the screen, what is wrong with this saying that is there in the pyramid? You can see a saying in the pyramid. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with this? Yes, the is repeated. It is extra. Okay, it is extra. So it is fault finding. This is the fault finding attitude that we all have. We try to find fault everywhere, and we can immediately, quickly, within no second, find that fault. But if we have to find that fault in our own writing or our own approach, that becomes difficult. So this attitude has to be reconsidered, okay? And we have to understand that our attitudes are not built in one day. They are a result of direct experiences, our family and friend influences, our exposure to mass media, our personality as a whole, and it can be positive and negative. A same person may have a positive attitude in a situation and may show a negative approach in a different situation. So that depends on the conditioning. What we have to do is that we have to control that, that our attitude will shift as per our interest or as per the situation. That should not happen. If there is no consistency in our attitude, that means somewhere we are not in harmony with ourselves. So for that purpose, you need to understand that our attitudes are related to emotions, our thinking, and our action. If somebody is going on the road and the person falls down and I start laughing, rather than helping that person, and then there is another person who goes, helps the person and asks if they need any medical aid or anything. So there is a difference in approach in the situation. But if I'm going, I fell myself and others start laughing, I get angry. So we have to find out that the emotions, the thinking and the behavior, the action that we are putting in, how consistent that is. That forms our behavioral patterns, and then only we can be in harmony with ourselves. Okay? So we can list our positive and negative attitude, and you will find that your negative attitudes, listing your negative attitude is a difficult task than listing your positive attitudes, because we want to see only good aspects, good things in ourselves, and we do not acknowledge the negativities. So once we find that and we understand that this is the problem and try to remove that, then we can achieve harmony with ourselves. That's it. Thank you. If you have any questions or queries, you can ask.
Sharing your time, talent, and expertise with us. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now I give a warm welcome to Dr. Babita Tyagi, Assistant Professor, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. On behalf of the Research Culture Society and Scientific Research Association to this program, Dr. Babita Tyagi is employed as Faculty of English Language and Communication Skill in the capacity of Assistant Professor in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, KIT. She is PhD in English Literature, MA English, BAd, having experience of 21 years. She is a certified soft skill trainer from IIT Roorkee through NPTEL. She is also a certified TESOL and IELTS trainer, giving hands-on training and streamlining various activities in the linguistics lab is her area of expertise. She has a keen interest in research and has a strong inclination to British English literature. Her topic of interest are soft skill trainer, professional English, technical communication, British literature, and her achievements and awards are: she is best teacher, she got best teacher award in RKGIT in 2007, 100% result award in 2008 and 2010. She is best awarded as best teacher award in 2014 at IMS Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Miss KIT award in KIT Group of Institutes in 2019. Patent on Communication Skills published on June 24, 2022. 3 books published and available on India Mart. Professional Communication by Excellent Publishers. Second one on Soft Skill for Technical Engineers by Roseberry Publication. And third one is Communication Skills by AITBS. I give warm welcome to Dr. Babita Tyagi. Please take on the program next.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Gurpreet ma'am. Am I audible to all my audiences?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening to everyone present here, and I express my gratitude to Dr. C.M. Patel, Director, Research Culture Society, Dr. Jessica, Founder, Scientific Research Association, Ms. Jaya Chetwani, Counselor and Special Educator, and Ms. Gurpreet Kaur for welcoming me. I feel delighted to be the part of the intellectuals among the intellectuals, and I'm very highly grateful to Dr. Chetna for giving us such a beautiful description about harmony and the things that we require. And in continuation to that, I'll be sharing my screen, and my topic of discussion is critical and creative thinking. Gurpreet ma'am, will you please allow me to share my screen?
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Okay, as Pam was discussing about harmony, and she was discussing about the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor areas. So, continuing with that, I'll be discussing about creative thinking, critical thinking, and we'll be discussing more about it. And we will be analyzing what is the difference between creative and critical thinking, and do we go with both, or what should we do? Right. So I would like to know my audiences what is their perception about creative thinking, and a very beautiful, colorful images before all of you. So I would like you to share your views about this image. Yes. Participants, please participate. Yes.
It is a story where
Yeah.
like a throw which is not able to drink the water, so
True.
he takes his ability, like his thinking order was high, which was a thinking high order. So that's why he took some stones and he put it in the pot. That's why he was able to drink the water.
Yes, that's very true. Any other perception, any other perspective that anybody else is developing after looking at this colorful image? Any of the audience? Yes, what you said is very right. That it's a very simple story, and I think we all have come across or read this story in our junior classes. That the thirsty crow was there and research. So, with this, I want to communicate, or I want to inform that creative thinking is nothing, something which is we are just looking forward today. It has been there since ages. Like, just see a small creature, a crow who is thirsty, so he find out the ways how to quench his thirst. And when he saw a pot, and he was just able to trace out that what he should do, so he was thinking that there is less of water, then he find out that what I need to do. So he found out the pebbles, and he dropped those pebbles, and finally the uh, water came up. So what was the final result? Do you have any views about the final result? Yes.
Because of his thinking like order, what he had done improvement in him. He was having the mind like he could do. He was having like a belief. Otherwise, any other crow would have went that we would find any other way water. But he kept believing himself, and he made it possible.
Yes, and he thought it that what should I do? Right? He keep on thinking, he keep on thinking. So again, there was a harmony in his thoughts. He wanted to find out the solution for the problem. A problem was there, and he was looking for the solution. So it is considered right that some people are able to find out the solution for everything, and they are really meant to change the world. And this crow, he made the change. Even today, if we when we see it, we can easily identify the story. So basically, if we define creativity, creativity solely implies being able to come up with something distinct. Okay, like this crow. Just okay, resume share. Just wait a minute. Being able to come up with something distinct. As we can see that the crow, he came with a different idea, and his idea was that he found out the pebbles and he dropped the pebble in the pot and the water came up. So scientifically, if we see, our brain is divided into two parts, into the left part and the right part. So our left brain is basically related to analytical reasoning, is related to operational intelligence, whereas our right brain is completely related to the creativity. So we see the things, we drive the intelligence, creative intelligence through that. Whatever we see, whatever we hear, we creatively analyze it. And again, the relational intelligence, making relations with the people, getting associated with them. So the artistic nature, artistic creativity, that all comes by our right brain. So in the chat or verbally, can you give me a few examples of artistic creativity that we do practice in our regular day-to-day life? Some of the artistic creativities that we practice in our day-to-day life. For example, sculpturing, painting, music, they all are the part of the creativity, right? Even when you solve the problems strategically, that is also creativity. So wherever we are stimulating the imagination and inventive powers, they all come under the creativity, and they are through our right brain. Like our right brain is responsible for them. So here's a very good situation that ma'am, can you play, Gurpreet ma'am, can you please play the video? And just after two dialogues, please give a pause. Let us have a discussion. What kind of solution my audience will come up? So please listen to the dialogue carefully. Gurpreet ma'am,
Yes, ma'am. Only I need to share screen, or I just click on the link.
click on the link and the video will be played.
Okay. I think I need to copy this link. It's not playing.
Okay.
Ma'am, could we say that like nothing but else our passion?
Along with passion, you need to have your thinking also, right? Somewhere or the other, you have to think out of the box. Creativity is think out of the box. Okay, so
Yes.
you just see this video, and just after two, three, yes, ma'am, please, please. Audiences, I hope you heard the statement. The statement is that a man is there on the building and he's trying to fall, right? So in such situation, if you are there, your friend is there who is trying to fall from the building in order to die. So what we will do? Let us have some of the views from audiences. What will you
Like,
do?
like to stop him know his problem, why he wants like to jump.
True, very
What
good.
could be the what could be the solution for it?
Yes, very good. Anybody else? Wait, ma'am, wait. Let's have the viewpoint of other participants also. Friend is there, a friend of yours is there. He's standing on the building and he's trying to jump in order to die. what will be your solution? So as one of our participants said that you'll be asking his problem, right, and knowing what is the reason. Anybody else? You can write in the chat box if yes, we'll try to convince him or her, will give him the hope, right? Very
Try
true.
to change, try to save
Try,
him.
yeah, try to save him, try to save him. So for saving what, we can find out different ways. Decision was taken by this actor, like while he was playing the song, he completely engaged him in the song and he pushed him inside the room. Thank you, Gurpreet ma'am, for playing the video. Please switch it off. Thank you. Ideas. So as you can see that people having this kind of attitude, like they think something out of the box. That is what is creativity. Now, yes. Next slide. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
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 Okay. So we need to see that what are the different approaches for the creative thinking. I don't know this. In creative thinking, so we have different approaches. Approaches means how we can welcome or how we can express our creativity to others. So basically we have the communication. Through communication we can communicate our ideas, so this is one of the approach. As just now we have the example, a video was there and we communicated orally and verbally. Second is open mindedness, we should welcome the thoughts, like when you were sharing the examples, so without any biasness, without any prejudice, I was welcoming the ideas. Like you said, we can tell him there is a lottery, we can tell him his wife is there, oh, there's so many good things we can tell him. Next is problem solving, just the example of a thirsty crow. A problem was there and through his creativity he was able to find out the solution. That is again a creativity. Analysis, when we do the analysis of the situations and we come out to the solution, so that is also one of the major way of creative thinking. Like you do the analysis of various things, thinking that you should first be able to know, you see the news, that you do the analysis and then you come out with the creative ideas. Organization of the ideas, which is essential part of the creativity. See, when we make best out of the waste, the things which have been discarded, but only what we do, we organize them in a proper manner and we make something which is very useful. We, this rainwater harvesting, this is one of the example of the creative thinking. The water which is going waste, we thought of it, we organized various tools, we did the things, and then that water can be used in a better manner. So this all is creativity. Creativity is not only dealt with music or with the with our artistic nature, but it is everywhere in life we are using creativity. Some of the examples of creativity, artistic creativity, are like new startups which are there nowadays. MSME is there. Our startups are, people are starting startups. So when people are raising funds for them, they also utilize their creativity. The dialogues, movies that we see, the songs that we hear, they are also the part of the creativity. When the teachers, they are preparing the question papers for to test the knowledge of the students, they are that also involves the creativity. So in developing the logo, designing on graphics, so technology has also become the part of the creativity. Similarly, when we have the problems, right, the problem of COVID was there, so everybody was doing the brainstorming how to overcome this problem. That was also the part of creativity, because we were having a problem and we were utilizing our creative ideas to come out with the problem. How to share that information, the best example you can see that during COVID, people tried various ways, banners, WhatsApp messages, emoticons, various things to communicate that how the problem can be solved. Similarly, the patents which are made, like some new ideas, some new products that are made, generating new procedures to enhance the quality of the product, they are the examples of creating the problem solving. Recognizing means to cut cost. See, all of us, we people manage budget, either of our home budget or our business budget. So there also we are finding various ways to cut the budget and to save the money. So that is also the creativity in problem solving. So can my audiences come up with some of the examples of creativity, whether in artistic or creative problem solving ways? Can I have some examples from my audiences?
Thank you so much.
Yes? Okay. Can I have some examples? Hello. Keep thinking. We can always brainstorm the ideas, and we should always play to the we should always let our idea flourish. Like we can draw it on a paper, we can discuss it with the people, and we should come up with the ideas. Like whatever the information we are having, we should come up with multiple information, multiple ideas, different answers. So every time when you are coming with a different idea, for example, today you are going on a walk and you have to make the breakfast, or you have to do some of your office work. Think how you can do it differently. You are doing it in a regular manner, but today think how you can do it in a different way. So that again will enhance your creativity, that will give you a creative idea. Whatever the stimulus, like somebody is coming to you, he's sharing his information, so you, that should act as a stimulus to you for the new, for developing a new idea, so that your mind is influenced and your right brain becomes active and start thinking in that manner. So we should always be open for the ideas. We should look for the ways for making things work. We should ask as many questions as we can. So I would request any one of you to discuss any of your creative idea that you might have utilized somewhere in some any part of your life. Yes, anyone?
Hello.
Yes, any of the creative ideas which was entirely yours and which influenced everybody.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, ma'am, you are
Hello. This is
visible.
hello. This is Dr. Nlpdp.
Yes,
Yeah. So we can use that is oil bottle as a flower pot or pen stand or those things we have made by using papers. Also, we made a pen stands to distribute to students and for old age people and for those who want use. So
that,
best out of waste material. We have done many exhibitions like sharing and taking just marketing. Also we have developed the marketing skills among the students,
yes,
and we sold out sold out all those things, flower pots and whatever we did with different matchsticks. By matchsticks we made a wall hanging,
yes,
and by broomsticks, and we made different kinds of flower pots.
yes.
All those things we sold, and we have collected amount, and we given to the some old age home. Like we did this kind of activity in our college.
So you see, you have done creativity in artistic as well as problem solving, right? Creativity in artistic, you took the things which were not of anybody's usage, and then you made a thing which was best used by other person, and you raised fund of it. So the problem was solved of the finance which is there. So it was a wonderful work. Any other such thing anybody else wants to share?
Yes, ma'am. This is Omkar Jadhav. Actually, I am a student of grade 8.
Yes.
I'm not that much higher as how many people are there.
Uh-huh.
Before I had done the course of this, like before one course was arranged by this committee, which
Uh-huh.
I did. The basic thing was like after the soft skills course, I
Yes.
had conducted with my team the course where
Hmm.
the new joined students,
Hmm.
because new joined students in our school were not that much effective as other schools were there. And to
Yes.
improve their skills, we had made a committee where
Yes.
like it's a peer education panels. The
Mm-hmm.
peer is nothing but like to learn with the emotions and feelings. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we took for the third to eighth, those are new gen students, to develop their skills.
Yes.
Where like our principal sir, our counselor ma'am, and my team helped me a lot. We
Mm-hmm.
took their new skills in just 5 days. They
Mm-hmm.
got settled. Our main aim was to make them settle and to let them feel free in the school premises. As they were new, they were having less friends, or we could say no friends.
Mm-hmm.
To make them new friends and to make them more happy, we took this course. Means like in the B month who had joined,
Yeah.
so it was the main motive, and also I had stand for the like students council election.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't with the part, I got the less, but because of my creativity, my principal sir kept me in that group where I was wanted to be.
Okay, that's really great. So you see, all of us are very creative. Everybody is creative. As I told you, our left and right brain. So both our brain are working in coordination with each other. So your left brain always makes you creative. And regular days, on regular basis, females are creative, males are creative. They all are coming up with new ideas, with new things. So now let us discuss what is critical thinking, because critical and creative both are the domains of the right brain. So critical thinking is reasonable reflective thinking, which is focused on deciding what to believe or do. Here in creative thinking, we were getting the ideas and we were doing it. But in critical thinking, we means we are making an evaluation or judgment about what we see or hear, about the facts or a situation that are presented to us. Critical thinking means we are basically questioning, we are making assumptions, we are finding out the creatively different problem solving angles, and we are using them to what is our approach, a reflective approach or a light approach. As the thinker is open to reorganizing and raising the efficiency of his thought process by reflecting on them. Whatever the ideas are coming to us, we are again thinking over them, we are questioning, we are assuming, we are enlightening ourselves. So we basically recognize the errors that may be present. For example, we use interconnected skills, they are analyzing, unifying and evaluating. All of us have passed through this phase, like when we were choosing our career, or when we were choosing our education after 10 plus 2, what should I do, which job should I take, which stream I should say. So in fact, even today we might be doing it for our kids. So don't you think at that time we are doing the critical thinking? How many of you agree with me that when we are going to join a job, when we are choosing career for us, when we are choosing our life partner, when we are choosing things for ourselves, are we doing the critical thinking or not? Yes, any one of you, would you share the example?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah, good evening. I'm Mohini.
yes,
I think yes, anything that we think about, like for example, you take up a vacuum cleaner and suddenly you start vacuuming and it is not absorbed. Then you find out, you try to open up and see the bag is full.
yes.
Then a question arises, why are the bags still present in this vacuum cleaner?
Mhm.
So from one problem, you go to some another problem, you start critically analyzing, and then you
Yes,
start finding the problems or
yes.
the solution to the
Solution to the problems, right?
problems. Yeah.
Very,
But
yes,
that is
yes,
a problem first you come to know after you look into that particular situation or thing or anything that is present to you. As
yes,
you said, we are interconnected skill to analyze, unify and evaluate,
yes,
because we first of all whatever we talk or we interconnect with somebody, we
yes,
start analyzing what is the person talking about, then we
yes,
try to resonate, and then maybe we try to again evaluate whether it will be applicable, whether I'll be able to solve it.
yes.
So I think
Whether
you
I'll be
what you
able
said.
to get the desirable
Yes.
results or not. True,
Yes.
true.
So that is critical thinking. You're criticizing in a positive or a negative way or thinking critically.
Yes, yes. In fact, Mohini ji, I means you will agree with me that when we were choosing for our streams,
Yes,
maybe
ma'am.
in graduation, after our intermediate, at that time also we critically analyzed everything. And even today, when we are doing it for our kids, They are also doing the critical thinking, along with them we are equally doing the critical thinking. How far they
Very
will
true.
be successful, right?
Yes, yes,
So
very true.
this is life example. Every
Yes.
day, every regular day, next or the other thinking. So our brain needs to be very active. It had to reevaluate the things. It have to unify the things, right? So
Yes.
basically,
And
what are,
as Omkar also said that, yes, he's a very small kid over here
yeah,
amongst us, like only 8th standard, but
yeah,
he has come up with so good ideas,
yes,
He's
his
shared a lot of
ideas
good
are
ideas.
yes, very
Yeah,
nice
keep it up,
ideas.
Omkar. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So what are the traits of the yes, Omka, you want to say something? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
please go
What
ahead.
I think so is like critical thinking is a nothing, but to find a solution in the question, like
Yes,
how a board exam paper or might be a exam paper for a student, which is
yes,
a hard because he's not having the knowledge, he's in the learning age. The question how it means he will get the more marks on the basis what is his understanding and how he reads the question carefully. So
yes,
what I think so is the what problem they have. If that problem only they read carefully, they will get a solution in that question or in that problem.
yes. Very good, Omka. You are a very good participant. So critical thinkers, basically, let us understand the characteristics of them. They are skeptical by nature. Means they are always suspicion. Whatever you say, they will always give a second thought to it. They will always do the analysis. They will always do the research on it. So they have this trait in their personality. So they'll be doing it for everything. So that is why they become the critical thinkers. They are active, they are not passive. Means whatever you are saying to them, they are listening to it, they are analyzing it, and then whatever the confusion is there, whatever the strategies they can apply, they will be doing it to uncover the meaning, and they will have the complete understanding of what you are saying. And secondly, they do not have the ego. Means they do not consider that if he is saying why he has said this, or if we are asking why should we ask the questions. And that is the reason that why we all are here, because we are not egoistic. We are here to develop our understanding, we are here to develop the harmony between self, between our body. And that is the reason why we are discussing these things. If the ego was there, if this critical thinking was not there, so obviously we all would not have been at this platform. So in education and in our regular life, this is the Bloom taxonomy. It is there, which is applied nowadays. That what they say, that remembering whatever comes to us, we basic concept is that we learn that, we remember that. But when we go ahead, like the critical thinkers, they understand. So when they are understanding, they will be raising the question, and after they have analyzed, they will be applying it, doing the analysis and evaluating the result of it, and finally they lead to the creation. So not only in our day-to-day life, but our education system, that is also developing our professionals, our educators in the similar manner. This pyramid of critical thinking, which is known by the names of the Bloom taxonomy in education system, it is always used, it is also used very flourishingly nowadays in education system. Yes, Amka, while you were raising the hands, do you want to say something?
Sorry for disturbing in between, but what
Yes,
I think is many of the people are in a situation who do the course because of the family. They force means they find a course. Family is a thing where like family a person who is like not supporting the family, who is not looking after the family. So he does a course for the sake family tells him to do the course. Many of the times it happens. The course the man does, he decides that yes, I will support my family, I will do it. But afterwards, he doesn't apply in his life. It matters that he applies it really in his life or he doesn't apply.
yes. So again, he is doing the analysis, he's doing the evaluation. That is what is again a part of the critical thinking. Yes, Omkar?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, but he should also apply. He should agree it. If he doesn't, then we cannot say that he could be a successful person in his life.
Yes, if we are not applying what, see, even what we are thinking, we are doing the analysis, and if we are not applying, obviously we will not be getting the desired result. So application is must. In once we are analyzing, we need to apply, right? So we have various steps in critical thinking. Like when we do critical thinking, so firstly we do the elementary clarification. Whatever the information is shared with us, we do the clarification. Then we do the supposition as per our knowledge. We do the integrate the things that we know. We integrate the things that are there practically, that we the information is coming to us. Then in case if any doubt is there, we do the clarification. Then we draw the inference that this is the result that we are looking forward for, and are we able going to get the result. And finally it makes the basis of our decision. For example, enrolling in this course, so you want to know that I need to enhance my skill. Then you see that what are the skills I can enhance. Then maybe looking at the brochure, we got more clarity that the course will be on the life skills. And finally we made the decision. So we all went through the critical thinking process, and thereafter we able to enroll. And finally we had made the decision of enrolling and attending this course. So once we enrolled, then we are attending also. So as just now Omkar was saying, that we are doing the analysis, we are evaluating, but applying. Today we are attending the course, so that is the application which is must. Okay. So next is the benefits, the importance of critical thinking. Critical thinking again is very important in our lifetime. Every day we are doing critical thinking. So basically it helps us in making decisions. Whatever the things are coming to us, we do the analysis, and on the basis of the results that we are looking forward for, we make the decisions. It helps in problem solving. In regular days, day to day life, we have so many problems. So all the problems, the solution that comes to is through critical thinking only. Then obviously it refines your research skills, it enhances your creativity, because once you are thinking, analyzing, then obviously you will be finding out some of the best ways. So your right brain will also be working in coordination with the left brain, so the creativity would be there. And once you are having the knowledge about anything, you would be curious. For example, today we learned about harmony, we learned about self-awareness, and we are learning about critical and creative thinking. So obviously all of us are having in our mind, what next, what we will be getting tomorrow, since it is a 5J FDP. So curiosity is always there, and curiosity and all these things, they come together and they lead to the invention. So Albert Einstein, all these inventions, they were made because the critical thinking was there. If critical thinking was not there, India would not have been discovered, electricity would not have been discovered, we would not have been technologically so advanced. So all this is because of the results of critical thinking. Now if I want to grow my critical thinking, I have to be a continuous learner. I have to make right decisions in majority, and I have to listen and consider unconventional opinion. I have to welcome everybody's thought, whosoever comes to me. I have to unbiased to everybody's thoughts. And we have to do analysis. We don't have to do paralysis. What paralysis I mean is the criticism in the negative manner. But we have to do the analysis and finally analyze yourself, how you can apply that, because the situation, the circumstances, they are different with everybody. The same analysis, the same solution cannot go with everywhere. Like if we see in India, north, south, east, west, same type of climatic conditions are not there, same environment is not there. So obviously the same solution cannot go for everyone. Yes, Amka, you are raising hand. Yes.
Yes, sometimes like the person who is not critical thinker, but situation makes him more critical thinker than he should be.
True, agreed. Because we, we human being are in different circumstances, in different situations. Complete agreement with you, Omkar. We are living in the world where we are facing problems every day. COVID is the best example of it. If we didn't pay attention to our health, we never feel that we had to live like this in homes for such a long time. But the situation was that everybody was bound to think critically what he had to do. Even we can see the male members, they came for the help of the female members in the family, because and that was only the critical thinking. They cannot spoil, they cannot stay sit like they ideally, so they think what is the other way. So they come up, I can make my family happy by participating in the daily coursework. That is again one of the way. So coming to the last slide, the difference between creative and critical thinking. So obviously creative thinkers, their way of thinking is that generates something new or different. And like we have the example of da Gama, we have the example of Columbus, we have the example of Albert Einstein. So many people are there. They there are they are not always logical or practical. They may be logical, they may not be. Like somebody is making some painting, so he don't find any logic, but the creativity is there, right? He is getting satisfaction, so they break the rules. There is no rules there. But the critical thinkers, their way of thinking is that assess the worth and validity of something, right? We are evaluating, we are doing the analysis, we are finding the solution to the problem. So we keep on asking questions: what next, what next, what next? The questions are always there. They are based on the judgment and evidences. We see, okay, you have done this, what is the result you achieve? If I'm going to do this, what am I going to achieve? So we do the judgment based on the evidences. We analyze and understand the concepts. Once we understand, then only we go ahead with it. So we break down the things, the bigger problems, they are converted into simple problems, and the solution to those simple problems are find out. And we try to avoid the conflicts, we try to avoid the criticism. We always look forward for the positive positive things. Okay, so that was really great. And so finally we can say that critical thinking has a creative component that produce a better product of thought, whereas creative thinking has a critical component to reshape thinking in keeping with criteria of the excellence. Okay, so whatever we are thinking, whatever the creative thinking is there, it always leads to the excellence. So with this, I come up to the end of the creative and critical thinking. If any question is there, I'm ready to take.
Yes, any queries, any questions from participant side?
This is Omkar. I have a doubt. Can I ask?
Yes, please.
Many of the people, like, they are not ready
Upka, you are not audible.
to be critical. Now am I audible?
Yes, now you are audible.
Many of the people are like, they doesn't want to take the responsibility. They doesn't want to think critically. What steps should be there so that we can improve their critical thinking, or we can make them able to think critically?
What I feel is, Omkar, if they are not thinking critically, it means they are not interested in that area. Because whenever the area is there, whenever you will feel concerned, right, for anything you feel concerned, you will think critically. If any problem is there and you think you are the part of it, you will think critically. So we can make that person interested about it. We can tell him more about it so that his interest is generated, he thinks more, and then he can start critical thinking. Or we can give him the suggestions. Maybe the thoughts are not coming to his mind, so we can give him the ideas, we can give him the suggestion, and gradually his brain will start working. It's only in the case of the person who are medically unfit, like medically they face problem with thinking, or some the health issues are there. In that case we can say, okay, critical thinking is not there. But if a person is physically fit, medically fit, in that case he should think critically. Maybe for one thing he may not be thinking. For example, as a homemaker, I may not think what is the vegetable that has to come today, but when it comes to cooking, I will think. So how money is going to come, I may not be thinking because my husband is earning. But when it comes to the whole household work, I will be thinking critically whether I have to maintain my house budget. So same way, a person may not be thinking for one thing, but if he is not doing anything for any of it, then it needs to be reconsidered. He needs to consult to the doctors because some medical problem may be there, right? So yes.
But the thing is like, one story is there in means it's in Marathi, in our language, like आळसाचं नशीब, or it might be आळस झाला कळस. So it is such a way like many people are they doesn't want to change themselves, and they're like the laziest in the world. That's make them more critical that they doesn't leave their bed as well. The means like to job on the online, to be there in the home. Some people are like they doesn't move outside as well.
Outside the home,
Yeah,
they are doing online jobs.
yeah. Many of the persons like it might be software engineers, or it might be like the person who doesn't want to move outside the house. He wants to be in the house. The laziest person in the world, and he wants to to do in online job only. It might be share marketing or anything.
Okay, he doesn't want to work outside. That is
Yeah.
Really, I really thank to our today's resource persons, Dr. Chetna ma'am and Dr. Babita ma'am, from the bottom of my heart for taking time from your busy schedule to be the guest speaker at our national level personality development program. Your presence and wise words help magnify our cause in the best possible way. All thanks to your enlightening words that inspired so many participants over here. Thank you so much to both of you. And some instructions for the participants that this Zoom meeting joining details will remain the same for all the remaining 4 days. And the feedback form link will be shared every day in the live this chat box. And after all 5 days successful paid participation with your feedback, participants, all of you will receive e-certificates till 3rd July 2022, right? And we are all grateful for your active participation in our research and development program. Thank you so much to all. Thank you. And especially our very intelligent and very active participant, Omkar Yadav.